The brewing tension between Uganda and Rwanda by January 2019 started like a rumor among the corporate with no facts for media to take it up. Both the conflicting states swept relevant information under the carpet. Most Ugandans and Rwandans could not imagine the once good friends President Paul Kagame of Rwanda and Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of Uganda could rub horns. The arrest and deportation of Rwandan nationals accused of hacking into Ugandan intelligence was the starting point of information explosion. The local and international media in the East African region then set out to inform the population as Uganda government confirmed the conflict. In just 5 months of interstate tension, Rwandan forces had already invaded Uganda in a fire exchange, leaving 2 people dead and dozens others injured. Ugandan government handed over the bodies of Rwandan killed by their own government inside Uganda. The border points have remained closed, leaving traders count losses. Given the political character of both leaders, political pundits are not surprised by the violent developments.
What you see, the closure of the border, the shooting of people who are attempting to smuggle or do illegal entry, that is secondary. What is primary is the reason why Rwanda has taken that preemptive act of closing the border. That's what is primary. And the reasons they give is that Museveni is supporting or sponsoring Rwandese insurgency.
Many times you see that leaders who have problems dealing with their own problems create tension towards neighbor states, to other states, to draw attention away from their own problems.
But what role has the media played in the brewing tension that may end into war? An expert in political communication, Makerere University, Dr. Gerard Walulia, and former Ugandan spy chief Charles Romushana believes the local media have played an imperative role in developing public opinion and providing knowledge.
The security agencies are also not engaging in any kind of diplomacy in this. They are saying this is an act of provocation, and the media also carries it as such.
I would understand when the media of either parties handle secondary issues. What matters is not their internal dynamics, whether they are democratic, whether they are dictatorship. What matters is how they will impact you in terms of their own security, in terms of their economy and social being.
This is evident by the choice of cartoons that has been published in the major newspapers from the time when the media picked on the tension to date. However, in being patriotic, some media have ended up taking sides in the brewing tension. The pundits believe they are now being used as propaganda tool.
We are seeing them appearing in a more patriotic format, where we see the media of Rwanda amplifying the narrative of the Rwandan government. For instance, when you see the Rwanda Times, when you see this kind of stories they are writing about, they are trying to portray Uganda as the wrong element in this conflict. And again, on the side of Uganda, you see that the Ugandan media still carries that narrative of Ugandans that Rwanda is an unappreciating neighbor. We did so much for them, including helping them to overcome genocide and to establish a government.
In pushing the propaganda agenda, the cartoonists would differ in their drawing, supposedly to portray different narrative of the conflict. If such tension persists, Norwegian political pundit and media scholar Professor Rune Otsen believes there will be limited chances for both Ugandan Yoweri Museveni and Rwanda's Paul Kagame to find a place at the Nobel Peace Center.
I've been to Uganda several times and I really love that country and the people. But let's be frank, it's not healthy for a president to sit that long. I think Museveni should really look to the younger generation, their hopes, their prospects, and listen to the young people and their prospect for a peaceful future. Because the old leaders tend to stick into the patterns of the past rather looking into the possibilities of the future.
So what matters is not their internal dynamics, whether they are democratic, whether they are dictatorship. What matters is how they will impact you in terms of your own security, in terms of your economy and social being.
The Nobel Peace Center in Oslo City, overlooking the harbor and close to the Oslo City Hall, is where the Nobel Peace Prize award ceremony takes place every 10th of December to commemorate Alfred Nobel's death. World leaders and economists who contributed to global peace today enjoy a honorable place here. But for countries still caught up in scuffle, breeding possibilities of war, you are advised to get to a negotiation table. Richard Olweng, NBS in Oslo, Norway.